Come on! I'm about to restart No Man's Sky and have a little bit of a run through, maybe 30 minutes or so, just to get people who were just getting into it started. So here we go. As you can see, I played over nearly 250 hours, but I will do a new game in normal mode. There we go. Obviously normal mode is the story mode. Survival is a bit of a tough experience. Permadeath, you only get one chance and then you gotta restart it. And then creative is like you get everything and you can just build or fly around to where you want. But I always like normal mode. Survival mode's quite good too, but normal mode is if you want to start from the very beginning and, you know, get the full experience, normal mode is where you need to go. Right, it's been a while since I played this, especially from the beginning, so I'm probably a bit rusty, so here we go. Right, every time you play this game, you land on a different planet to everybody else, and I mean everybody else. Nobody lands on the same planet. That's what's amazing about this game. Right, sometimes you land on a toxic planet, sometimes a hot planet, you know, cold planet. So you really got to be ready for what's coming up next. I think this might be toxic actually. Yeah, 60. If you look in the bottom left, 69.5% toxic. So now the first thing from what I can remember, you need to do is your character. Right. I gotta find my ship first, really. Right, I scan that, which is L3. That's what it's asking me to repair. So ferrite dust is basically rocks. Okay, so I need to look for rocks. So like these, I have ferrite dust there. So if I mine that, if you notice the top right, if you leave go for a second and then do it again, it starts from the beginning. Top right, yeah, that one. If you keep doing it and then it overheats like so, it takes ages for it to come back. So if you do this, I'll show you now on the next rock. If you hold that down, and when the overheat bar gets to the top, leave go for a split second and then push it again, it starts again. There we are. Right, so if I press the touch button in the middle there, I should be able to repair that now because I got 75 ferrite dust. So there we are, repair. So my scanner now is fixed. So if I push down L3, it'll scan now the area and it'll tell you where certain things are, like over there. Certain things there, like sodium. I really need to find my ship because I'm getting damaged. Where's my ship? Right, let's see what else I need to repair. My ship, I can't get to it yet, so sodium I need now to repair my hazard suit. So there, Na, sodium I need to find next. So if I do another scan, Any closer? Oh, there's one right there. There we are. You get used to knowing what these different things are after a while. Like square. Sometimes you gotta mine them. Up there. Do a little jump like that. Get that. Eventually, it's going to show me where my ship is, but until then, right, if I push down the touch button now, I should be able to repair this a little bit now. There we are, I got 38 sodium, so I can repair that. It's nearly full, there we are. Fine. So, what I'm going to do now is have a little bit of a... I'm going to have a little bit of a mine now around and get some of these plants. Oh, there's my ship over there. That's my ship. It's 500 yards, I think it's saying. Oh, 500 U, whatever that is. It's... I don't know what that is. It's the distance anyway. You can't... Like... Let me just get this last bit of sodium that I need to get me to the ship and pick up a few while I'm going to the ship. So... There we are. So down there somewhere. Oh, we got our first creature. At the moment, you can't scan the creatures. Watch that little thing there. It'll bite you. So I don't want to get that. So we got our first creatures. You can feed them and they poop, and then you can use the poop for something. But we won't do that yet. This is just a basic tutorial. Because it is quite a difficult game if you don't know what's happening. Right, we got some oxygen. I'm going to get some of them. Oops, wrong button. You get to recognize all the plants and all the symbols after a while. It's really easy. And also, any plant will give you carbon. So if you mine that, you can get carbon. Right, leave it go. Start again. Leave it go. There we are, got that. Right, carbon, I think, powers your multi-tool. So, yeah. Carbon will power your mining tool, sorry, on your multi-tool. So I'll top that up. I should actually be making a move on to the ship because it's a bit of a walk. And I'm gonna run, I'm gonna get poisoned otherwise. Right, if you do a fast run, which is R3, like that, and then quickly hold down R1 and then X, you do like a super jump. Oh, I should have done that. Lost a bit of energy. And here's my ship. Right, let me get over to this thing first. Stress be gone. Give you a bit of jargon, but you know, it's nothing you really have to pay attention of. Really pay attention to, sorry. There we go. Right, so by getting in your ship, by getting your ship and leaving your ship, you will get a save. So I'm in my ship now, but you're gonna need to mine stuff now to repair the ship. So there we are. We need to get hermetic seal and metal plate in, right? So if we go into the touchpad, if we push on that, it brings up this. So there we are. We need pure ferrite, the hydrogen jelly, right? And then we need, like I said, we need hermetic seal and metal plating, right? So by going into this, pushing X on one of the empty spaces, you can craft. So that there we need it. It tells you exactly what you need to make it metal plated. So at the moment it says we need ferrite dust. We got 50 of them because that's basically any rock, certain rock, sorry I should say, but we'll come to that now. So we made one of them. I think we only need one. There we are. Yeah. So we've repaired one. Now we need one of these, which is hermetic seal. So we're gonna see how to build one of them next. Let me check my multi-tool. Right, that's fixed. Carbon nanotubes. Right, I'm gonna build. I might try and build that actually. Let's see if I can go back to my carbon nanotubes. How many of them do we need? Right, we need 50 carbon, so I'll do that next. So carbon is basically any plants or trees or we start making money and getting nanites and all that once we start scanning all the trees and the rocks. Right, let's get a couple more of these. Right, we've got plenty of carbon now, so we'll make some nanotubes. There we are. So there we are. Look, we wanted 50 carbon for the carbon nanotubes, and they light up. Have you noticed they light up? So if we go back to our multi-tool now, there we are. We can now build analyze visor. So now when we hold down R2, you can see there, look, it's analyze and it's question marks and identify. So as soon as I identify that by using L1, now I've got the visor, I get 500 units and it tells you the name of it. Right, I'll do it to all the plants. See that red dot in the sky? That is an animal, some sort of bird or something. Right, that's been identified now, that, because we did it but there. But there's other plants, look, all the way around here. It'll tell you exactly what's in them, what elements, you know, that kind of thing. Same with the rocks. You can analyze the rocks like that. See, animals, anything. And now I've analyzed a couple of these plants. If you go into options, this is something I didn't do originally, first of all, but if you go L1 to discoveries, right here, if we upload them, you get nanites. Now nanites are very important for your upgrades. So if I haven't found any animals yet, but plants I found 3. So if I upload them by pushing square on that icon, I got 34 nanites now. There. Bases as well. This is a base or waypoints or etc. You know, that kind of thing. Right there. I've analyzed them. You get the yellow dot then when you analyze them. I would suggest you do that every time when you scan everything and you're ready to leave a planet. Upload everything. So when I come out of here now, it'll tell you how many nanites you got, like that. So I'm just gonna go back in my ship for a second. Quickly damage, vital ingredients missing. Right, we know that. Hermetic seal. Request assistance. Right. This is where they're gonna help you out a little bit, I think. Because you haven't got the refinery at the moment, it's giving you a bit of a help. So it says integration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. So it's gonna show us what it is. Right, I gotta look now for the crash site. But I think I'm gonna have to walk there. Right over there. Oh, right. What's this? I've got to go to this first. I've already been to this, but navigation data, and it'll tell you then where there's a hermetic seal. So what I need to do now, I gotta build a signal booster. If you look in the bottom right. So I need another 47 ferrite dust. The ferrite dust is rocks, basically. So if I go over to these and use my mine, my multi-tool. Oh, that's pure ferrite. You got that there. You need an upgraded my multi-tool. They're carbon. See if I scan them now. That plant now, all over this planet has been scanned. I can't scan another one of them unless it's slightly different, of course. Like that one there, I've already done. See it? And it's telling me what it is. Fungal mold. It's carbon in it. So this I can probably mine. I'll scan it first. Just scan when you first start, because you get money, you get units, and which is your money basically, and it'll help you out then later on. So at the moment I need a signal booster, so I built one now. I put it in. Oh, now it's asking me for one nanite and one metal plating. Well, I've got them, I thought. I've got to build another 2. Yeah, they must have disappeared. So what I need to push up now, and there we are. Gotta put it in the right place, I think. There we go. There we go. Right. Once it turns green, you can use it. So, and don't forget, when you're about to leave the area, pick it up, because you don't want to be looking for stuff to rebuild another one. It's a pain in the backside. Right, ignore this number, because you won't need it till later on, but there we go. It's giving you a choice, look, but the only choice you got at the moment is input data. There we go. It's giving you a little bit of help there, this, just to get you used to how to use a signal modifier. Right, there we are. Let's scan the local area now, and there's a building by the looks of things. Oh, it's right there. So how far is it? 902. Right, I'm going to take this with me now. Now the only way we're going to get there is by walking. So let's have a look. My hazardous needs sodium. Right, I'm going to find some. I'm going to top it up. This is like a better sodium. So I'm fully I'm fully charged. Yeah, more or less. Right, let's get in this building. Oh. Yeah, like I say, when you start this game, you're gonna end up on a totally different planet to what I got on, and but it's the start of the game is basically the same game to play. You'll have to repair your ship, repair your suit, etc. Right, I'm hoping they're gonna give me one of those hermetic seals. There we go. And there it is. Right, I've got to return to my ship now. That's the only problem. So I'm not going to use the sodium at the moment to fill up my hazard protection suit part. And now we're back, we'll get a couple of this, because it's the hydrogen. Oh, right, our weapon's depleted. Right. We go into multi-tool, click that, and we should have enough carbon. I'm not going to use that stuff. I'm going to use this stuff, because that you've got to refine. If you can't find any crystals, you've got to refine carbon and turn it into that. So and carbon is easy to find. Oh my god, it's only used a little bit. I'll have to use this to top it up. There we are. So if I push the touch bar now, I should be able to. There we are, I can repair that bit. There we go. So I need them to repair the launch thruster. So that's the next job. So if I go into that now. Oh no, sorry, it's up. one of them. So it's asking me now. And what I did there, sometimes you gotta get stuff by using the D-pad. So if you push up on the D-pad, it brings up at the bottom of the screen, and you can see signal booster, which I got, and portable refinery. Now it's asking me to make, it needed 30 oxygen and 1 metal plate in. So if I come out of this now, I need another metal plate in, which is there. I've already got the ferrite. So if I push up now, there it is. There's your refinery. So I'm going to put it over there. Will do. Right. So what I got to do now, I need to change ferrite into pure ferrite. So let's see how much I got first. Ferrite dust. There we are. There. So what I need to do now, if I go into this, it needs carbon. So we're going to give it a bit of carbon. There we are. And then what you do then, you put the ferrite, there's your list of stuff, ferrite in there, and that's going to give me, oh, it's the same amount, is it? Yeah, it'll give me 69 pure ferrite. So this is quite quick. Sometimes depending on what you're making, it takes a while. It can take a while. You may as well go off and do a bit of mining and come back, you know. And if you look at this, it's red at the moment, but as soon as that's done, I'm sure it turns green. So when you, there we are, when you're far away, mining, whatever, you can just take a quick glance at it, and it's turned green, and you know it's finished. So it's telling me, look, I need, in the bottom right, I need 50 pure ferrite. And by going back into it now, I know I got 69. So grab them, and I can put them in the exosuit or the starship, but I'm going to put them in my exosuit. So what I do now, I'll leave that. In fact, I'll take it with me just in case I forget it. You can reuse that. Now if I push up, look, I've got the two things. See, otherwise you've got to make them again, which is a pain in the backside. Right, if I go into my ship now by pushing, oh, I'm already in there. Right, if I go into this, pushing X, I'll repair it now. There we go, done. And that's it. Now it's gonna probably want me, oh, it's got a bit of fuel in it. Usually you've got to get fuel, which means building or buying some launch fuel or uranium. Uranium you may not come across yet for a long time. And then that then is to go into space. So now I'm in my ship, and if you look in the bottom right, it says it's all working. Now I'm gonna take off by pressing R2. And there we go. We're flying. I think maybe to the space station. Right, go on, everyone. See if we can lift off. Hold O to boost. And here we go, up into the sky. And that little symbol in the top right, top left, is where the space station is. So if we slow down a bit now, there it is over there. Well, that's another thing as well. I just left the planet, so what I need to do, go to the discoveries. What other things I've discovered. I discovered a few plants there and all that. I uploaded the 3 earlier, but I'm gonna upload the other 3, and you get nanites. Yeah, right, that's it. Also, this year needs this, okay? And by getting that, you can shoot. It's basically fuel for your booster. By shooting this, I'll get gold this time. That one's got gold in it, okay? But gold is quite good because I can sell that now at the trade station, at the space station, sorry. get this gold a minute. You can either hold down X to shoot the weapon, but it overheats. But if you just tap, it doesn't overheat then. Oh, there we are. I've got a little bit of the fuel now. Right, if I go into this. Tritium there. So I'll top that up. There we are. And launch fuel. Oh, we can't do launch fuel. Silver, gold. We'll sell at the space station, but tritium we need for fuel for our booster. And it's so easy to get. It's, you know what I mean. As long as you got a gun, you can shoot it. And all the spaceships that you get, they have guns. So once we get a little bit of this, we've got a bit of silver, a bit of gold now. You could stay here all day and shoot these if you want to, but I'm sure we'll get bored eventually. I'll start slowing down. Oh, right. There's the opening right there. Look. Once you get close, it'll basically pull you in itself. So you haven't really got to guide it in. You just sort of get close and it'll suck you in there. Like that, and then it should. There we go. It takes over your controls, and then you go. Right, once it turns you around, you're going to go to millions of these space stations, by the way. We'll have a little explore. Now it does a save point, look. So there we are. So we'll go over to this side first. You can either go up the stairs, or you can just jetpack up. After a while, I don't bother with the stairs. My little tip here, if you go around these tables, I think it's this side anyway, you'll find these little coloured shaped objects. Oh, it must be over the other side. Right here is where you can change your character's appearance. Here is where you buy upgrades. Now this is something I didn't realise you could do when I played this for the first 10-15 hours. If you go over to this and push square, it gives you an extra slot, right? It costs 5,000, but it's well worth doing. At the moment I haven't got enough units, so what I'm going to do next is sell a little bit of what I got, like the gold and silver which I just had off the asteroids, and come back and get that slot, because upgrading your suit and your ship is something you really need to do. So I'm gonna have a little word with this guy now. Now this guy, you can't understand a word he says, but later on you find aliens who teach you words and stuff, so gradually you get to learn their languages and stuff. Right, it usually gives you a little bit of jargon there, but you can get upgrades or trade for blueprints. So we go to that first. Right, here's upgrades, but it's going to cost nanites. At the moment I've only got 74 nanites, but this is how you do it. This is how to upgrade your suit here. Right, but you also got to find all the different parts. Like for example this one here, you need a sodium diode and antimatter. Well, that's quite hard to find. First of all, like that one there, look, I've already got part of it, but the salt refactor is quite hard to get at the moment, so we'll give this a miss. Come out of there. If I go and talk to him again, and we skip that. Purchase upgrade. Right, by here I can afford that one, but I really want a better. I suppose we could get that. I tell you what, I'm not going to get that. I want to upgrade my scanner at the moment, but anyway, I'll just show you all the upgrade people. This one's for your ship. You can upgrade your ship, weapons, boosters, whatever. Same thing. You just talk to them. They talk a load of crap, and then you just do the same thing. Go into this. Obviously, you need nanites. Well, nanites I haven't got. I'll come out of that, talk to him again. Upgrades. Here we are, look. Oh, this is for your exocraft, not ecocraft. So at the moment I don't want to buy anything but that. So I'll come out of that. Right, if you go, I'll use your ship, sorry, that is for your little vehicles that you get later on. I forgot about that, sorry. So at the moment there's no need to buy anything off him. Right, this little thing I was talking about earlier, navigation data, you need to take that. They're always lying around up in these space stations, so every time you see one, pick it up, because one of them now you can use with your navigation booster, and you can scan the planets, etc. I'll go over to this guy now. This is ship upgrades and blueprints. So we skip all this because we can't understand him anyway. Right, there we go, we got blueprints, teleport and all this kind of thing. Later on you probably will have a ship with nearly everything on. Go back into him. Now if you look here, upgrade modules, and use your upgrades, hyperdrive, pulse, all that. Right, you find these in every space station, and sometimes you get really good multi-tools if you're lucky. Sometimes they usually, you know, later on they'll be worse than the one you got, I expect. Right, I'll go over to this guy now. He's gonna sell the upgrades for your multi-tool. Here's your blueprints. Now use the advanced mining tool that you need to some of the rocks and some of the plants need that to get to be mined, and all these. But at the moment, oh, I'm only one out of that. Oh, this is a shame. I want to buy an upgrade on my scanner if I can. Right, I got enough. There we are, look. So I always go for the scanner first, because you get a lot more money when you're scanning things with better upgrades. So I'll buy that. Right, hang on a sec. I forgot now to sell stuff now. Right, what I'll do now, I'll go into the touch button, go to, there it is there, right? So what you got to do, let me check my multi-tool first. You're better off putting it underneath your mining tool, but at the moment because it gives it a little bit of a boost on how much you can, you know, how much it's worth, and not how much it's worth, but how powerful it is, etc. But at the moment we got to put it in one of these two slots. That's why I'm trying to say it's better to find a multi-tool with bigger slots so you can add more to it, etc. So let me go back to the echo suit. Right, what you got to do now, you got to push square. You don't just lift it up and put it in, because it won't work. Well, it will work, but it won't. Right, now it won't go in there if you notice. See that? No matter how you try, it will not go in there. So what you got to do is, on that scanner module, you got to push square, and it changes, see, to that, and then go back to your multi-tool, and it'll be able to go in there. Oh, saying that, look, sorry, I will get extra little bonus because it's directly underneath my scanner, which is great. That's what I want. Now if you notice, now they've turned white around the edges. That means it's giving it a little bit of boost. So now every flora, every plant now, if you notice, look, it says plus 1089%. So I will show you that when I go back down to the next planet, but that will give you loads more money, etc. for every scan plant that you do. Like before, I think I was getting maybe 200 per plant, something like that. Right, so that's that side basically. That's where your upgrade side is. So I'll go into this next. It does this every time you go in there, so you can ignore all that. Right, I want to sell some of the stuff I got, basically. So you can actually do it from in here by pushing triangle. You can switch between buy and sell. So I'm going to go down my list. Right, there's nothing in my suit. This is my suit in inventory. But if I switch to my ship, I now want to get rid of the silver, all of it, and the gold, because I don't need it at the moment. I'll keep that because that's fuel for my ship. But there we are. Look, if you look at my units now, 21,000. Because I spent maybe five minutes mining gold and silver in the asteroids. But other than that, I want to keep everything else. There's nothing else I want to get rid of. So let's have a look in the buy section. So I push triangle to buy. See, a lot of this is still very expensive at the moment because it needs a lot of units, and you haven't got much at this stage. But later on, you will get plenty of money. You'll have plenty of money. Right, let me come out of there. Let me check what I needed for my starship. I'm sure there was something I needed. I'm sure there was something. Let's have a look. What's that? Oh, I need an oxygen filter for that. Now I'll do that, I think, because I'll move that over here. Right, I'm gonna build a life support there, but I gotta buy. Hang on, let me come out of that. Right, by here, life support. If I push square, I need oxygen recycler, but it's telling me that I need an oxygen filter. I can either build it or buy it. Now I'm gonna have a look in this trade terminal how much it is. So I'll skip that, buy. Straight into buy this time. Go down the list, and there it is. I've got enough for that. I got plenty of money for that, so I'll have one of them. So if I come out of that now, press the touch button, there he is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that up here. I'm going to now build the recycler and put it right next to my life support, and you'll notice now they should have a white or coloured box around both of them. There we are, they turned to blue, so that's been given a little bit of a boost. Alright, now I built everything I can build with technology at the moment. You'll have loads more stuff later on, but there we are, that's that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to the other side. Now if you notice, the ships will fly in and leave. Look at the size on that one. I'm going to run over to that one now. Once he stops. Now this ship is a hauler, I think, but if you scan it, it tells you all the information you need to know there. So if you look, it tells you the name of it, which you can change. You can call these ships whatever you want. The class is a hauler. It's a B grade. Like my ship at the moment is a C, and it's got 30 slots plus 4, right, and the value is that much. Now that's a hell of a lot. So if I go into it now like that, you can make an offer on this ship if you want. So you just go over to them and basically they talk some crap, you just sort of skip it. Right, you can sell items, buy items. I usually go into buy because sometimes they're coming into trade, and basically they might have stuff the trade bay doesn't have, and then we'll make an offer on his ship, right? Look at that, 30 slots, but he's also got 4 technology slots where you can add extra bits to the ship, right? It's not even worth putting an offer in because it's, we'll have a look, see what he says. But there we are. If we want to buy it, it's going to cost us 12 million, right? Or we can exchange it for that much. Well, we haven't got either, so there's no point. But look how many extra slots that ship has got compared to ours. Loads more. You can have up to 48 slots and 48 technology slots. Once you, oh no, sorry, 8 technology slots, but 48 normal slots. So the highest you can have is a 48-8. See, this is a 30 slots, but with 4 technologies. So that's what, when you come out of it now and you get this information, 30 of 4, 30 is the normal slots, 4 is technology slots, right? There's another ship over here, you can scan it, look, that's a C grade. Oh, he's going, right? But certain space stations, they'll have different ships all the time. Like this one's just come in, look. We'll have a look at him. Oh, we got this weird looking one. There we are. Explorer, that is. That's a C grade, 24 and 6. And he wants 3 million for it. Right? Me personally, once you can afford it, get the hauler and then upgrade all the weapons, etc. So right, this side here is where you can do missions. So if you go over to this guy, I don't think you can do them yet, but if you go over and talk to him, see, he doesn't want to give you missions, but what they do, they give you missions like go down to the planet, kill 8 creatures, for example, or kill a pirate, or deliver something, etc. And what you got to do, you do that, come back, and he pays you basically. You can join a guild, and they give you stuff, you know, as long as you help them, you know. At the moment, he doesn't want to know you because you haven't got enough. You haven't done enough in the game to be given that section, open that section yet. But if you go to these, you get nanites every time you go to these things. Get 10 nanites there, so it's worth going. First of all, it's worth going to them when you first start, but later on you won't even bother looking at them. Right, this here is your teleport. At the moment, I don't think you can use it because you haven't been to enough places. See, it's off at the moment, but you gotta get so far into the game before you can start using that. So we'll leave that alone as it is. Right, you can talk to these aliens if you want, and they'll tell you specific places where to go on the planets. So I'll talk to this one. I'll only talk to one of them. Right, they just give you a load of crap, but we can barter. Well, go on, we may as well. We got a bit of money now, so we'll barter. Sometimes you get better stuff. Life support, that's not bad, right? We'll talk to one more, and then sometimes they tell you of stuff on the planets which you can fly to and pick up stuff and whatever. Right? Ask for directions. Here we go. Right, it's telling you a place of interest, a trade post on the nearest planet. So, oh look, there's a lovely looking ship. Look, have a little look at that one. That's a lovely one, that is. Look at that. So when we take a look at that, that's a hauler again. It's a 26 and 2 this time, so it's not quite as big as the other one. And then you got this thing then, which is basically the same as ours, I think. So ours is a fighter, this one's a fighter, I'm sure of it. Yeah, there we are. That's a bit better than ours, but obviously it's very expensive at the moment. So what we're going to do now is we're going to leave the space station. I don't think there's anything we need to do, but so basically that side there is for buying your upgrades, and that side there is for doing missions basically, and your teleport and everything. Teleport you'll use quite a lot later on, but here we go. I'm gonna fly out, so I'm gonna go to the next nearest planet now where that thing was. Where is it? Where is it? There it is over there. So I'm gonna push square. Can we push square? No, we can't. So I'm gonna boost on that one now by holding down L1 and R1. There we go. Oh, before I go any further, you could scan the planet by holding down L3. Oh, it's recharging, hang on. Right, bottom right is nearly recharged. There we go. It tells you a little bit about the place. It's got copper, phosphorus, sodium, solarium, solanium. I can't say it, but that's what they got. And as you play the game, certain items like that you probably need to make other things. So sometimes it's, you'll get to know all the little elements and all the things later on. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to boost now to there. Then you fly into the planet. It'll slow down to your normal speed. As I get closer now to it, you'll see a little warning sign, I think up in the top left. Oh, I was close. Yeah, I'm going to spin around now. I'm going to land by here. Right, by slowing down, push square. Sometimes it won't land straight away because you're not in the right spot, but come out of there. Now we're on a hot planet, it looks like. Right, if I go like this to skip, I'll click on, what's happened now? Right, sorry, I'm going to hold down options, and I'm going to go to discoveries now. Right, and use this planet. Heat storms, low security. Now the sentinels are a bit of a pain in the backside first of all, but you get used to them. Flora, and there's loads of animals. And use the elements. There we are, see? Little symbols. Solarium is like a it's always found on hot planets. But there we are. I'm gonna upload that. You can I think you can do it here if you want to. Oh, by the way, you can also rename the planet. So I'm gonna say Johnny Lobster Town. Johnny Lobster Town. So there we are. And once you upload it, now anybody who comes to this planet, if they happen to find it, it's going to be called Johnny Lobster Town. And also you can also rename the animals. So if we do a little bit of a scan around now, oh, there's a big creature up there, look, there he is. So are we going to go, I'm going to go over to, oh, there's a sentinel right there. You've got to keep away from them, otherwise they start shooting at you and oh, it's a pain in the backside. Right, this is where they sent us to. Basically, they give you a little bit of a story in the blue box, but you don't really have to read it. You can have a little glance to it, but it'll tell you what you get anyway. There we are. Oh, right, terrain manipulator. That is awesome. Right. So what I'm going to do now, there's animals up there too. You can also zoom in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to find, where did that animal go? There he is. I'm going to go, he might be, right, this is the second creature that we found, but he might be somebody who's going to attack you. Right, scanning, oh, he's gone. Scanning him is you get some units. So this guy, right, there we are, 3,000 units. That's because I upgraded my scanner. We got copper there, look. I can't do anything with that. I basically need a terrain manipulator. Now that's what we just got. So now we got to build one. So if we go to multi-tool, there it is. So if I press triangle to pin it, right, and come out of there, it'll come in the bottom right corner now. Now I need 2 carbon nanotubes. Right, so if I go into EcoSuit, yes, I said it right. So, oops, push X. I want to build 2 of them, but if you hover over this and push square, it'll craft another one if you've got enough of the ingredients to make it. Right, so there's that. Now I need the hydrogen jelly. Now I know earlier on it was the blue stuff. What is it? That blue crystal type of thing. So I'm sure I've got enough. If I haven't, I can easily mine a bit more. By this creature now, I'm going to scan. Oh, I've already scanned him, haven't I? So there he is. He tells you a little bit about each creature as well. See on the left side there. It tells you whether they're hunters or etc. Now that's a different creature. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make some of the jelly as well. So if I go to there, there's the jelly. I can't remember how much I need. Yeah, hang on, there. Oh, I got enough, there we go. So now I've got a terrain manipulator. Build that. So, there it is. By pushing, at the moment I got my mine. Right, so I can do that. I'm mining away, right? Let me just get this rock. Well, let me scan it first, because this is, once you go to a different planet and you come across a rock that looks similar to the last planet, it's a different rock. So, it's a different planet, so you can mine it again and you get money for it. Yeah, scan that plant. Watch how much units I get now for this. Over 3,000. Look, I probably would have only had about 300 for that if I hadn't upgraded my scanner. Now that one's been done because it's the same rock as that one. But the manipulator now, if I push triangle now, I've changed now the little tool icon in the top left corner has now changed to the manipulator. So when I go like this now, I can make a hole in the ground or whatever, right? So this by here now is copper. I can now use this I'm now mining copper. Yeah. Now I can go into options, discoveries now. I've now got a creature there which I'm going to upload. Oh, too late, I was going to rename it, never mind. And then I can upload that, and now I've got this as well. So when I come out, now it tells you how many nanites, or should do, 21 nanites just for uploading all my discoveries. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try, let me run away. That white bar that just come on there means there's a sentinel. I couldn't think what they were called then. A sentinel coming towards me, so I need to run away because he's going to start shooting at me. But if you were, oh, there's that creature. If you were mining like this here, sodium. Oh, I'm gonna get some of that now. If you are mining and he comes along, he'll scan you and then he'll start shooting at you, and you need to run away because he will kill you. So I've got loads of sodium now, look at that. Oh, where's that creature guy? Oh, another thing as well, when it turns nightfall, different creatures come out. Like that one there, look, there's a new creature. Sometimes they're hard to scan too. Right, 1,600 just for scanning a creature. Oh, it's the same creature, I think. Yeah. Right, where's that other creature gone? Sometimes they do attack you, man, so you really got to be careful. Right, I'm gonna scan a few more things, upload them. There we go. There's missions on this sometimes where you got to scan every plant on the planet or every creature on the planet, and that's a tough one if you can't find them, because sometimes they live underground, sometimes they live in the water, that kind of thing. Well, that other creature with the long legs, it must have gone because it's nightfall. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rename a creature, pushing triangle, and I'm going to call it let's see what he looks like first. Oh, that one. Right, what hairy back is it? We call him a hairy back. Rename. Hairy back. Hairy back rockhead. Rock. You can basically call them whatever you want. There we are, and now that creature, if anybody comes across it, it's been named. Nobody can rename it or whatever. I found that creature, I've named him. And like I say, you get the nanites then, 5 nanites. And that is basically what you gotta do, and then you travel. Later on then you gotta build other stuff, which means you might need certain elements that you gotta go hunting for. But that is basically it. Thank you very much.